diagram below shows how emails work, or appear to. I hope to expand your understanding past this basic diagram, and to be able to understand diagrams like this one. Let's start by looking at the whole process before going into specific details about its individual parts. Email systems consist of computer servers that process and store email messages for the client's software users. Many companies compete at email clients today, such as Gmail, Yahoo Mail, and Windows Hotmail. Now let's look at the steps to sending and receiving emails and see what actually happens. Step 1 begins when the user sends the email and connects to an SMTP server configured by their email client or MUA. During step 2, an MTA on the server looks at the source address of the email. It then determines the destination from the domain part of the source address. Step 3, after querying a DNS server for the destination domain name, the source server will send the email to that specific server via the SMTP protocol. Step 4, that server stores the email and makes it available to the recipient user who can access it through the web, POP or IMAP. These servers are responsible for receiving, delivering, forwarding and storing messages for the users. The email servers use the SMTP protocol with a variety of different MTAs to exchange messages. When an email server accepts a message, it delivers it or returns an error message to the sender. This ensures that an email cannot disappear and implies that the sender of an email can trust the integrity of the system. There are 3 main types of email servers: SMTP, POP, and IMAP. SMTP listens on port 25, POP listens on port 110, and IMAP listens on port 143. An SMTP server can refer to a physical computer or an MTA. The MTA receives and delivers messages to and from other servers and from users. This is known as relaying. A POP server is a software that gives the user access to an email stored in the account of the server. The user can download the messages using an MUA or email client and store it locally. An IMAP server is a software program running on a server that can provide full access to all the folders that the user has created on that server. All the folders and emails on the IMAP server can be synchronized with the data that is stored locally with an email client. A user can access emails stored on a server using a client or MUA. The MUA connects via POP to download emails from a folder, or the IMAP protocol to synchronize folder messages on the server. A webmail interface is a web-based email service that is accessible in a web browser. Most services offer web interfaces to emails stored on an email server. Webmail services are often faster because they access the stored data directly through a web browser without the user having to download client software that has to be set up locally on a computer. The popularity of email has brought up a large number of email services offering various types and levels of functionality. Although most internet service providers include simple email services, many people prefer dedicated services that provide more storage and functionality. Subscription-based services typically offer professional services with advanced functionality, email and web hosting, and are ad-free. Paid services often provide better customer support as they are required to be more dependable than the free alternatives. Your email clients allow you to add attachments to the emails you send and save attachments to the emails you receive. Attachments like pictures, Word documents, and music. But emails only contain text. This problem is solved using a program called uEncode. uEncode assumes that the file contains binary information. It extracts 3 bytes from the binary file and converts them to 4 text characters, taking 6 bits at a time, add 32 to the value of 6 bits, and creates a text file. The uEncode produces an encoded version of the original file as only text characters. The recipient would then save the uencoded part of the message to a file, run uDecode on it, and translate it back to a binary file. Modern clients are doing this with their services but run the uEncode automatically. If you look at a raw email that contains attachments, you'll find it's represented in that format. Hope you found this presentation by me, James Dodds, to be informative and interesting. Thanks for watching.